pulse with electric dreams. Circuits built to last, engines roaring, tearing past, neon highways burning bright, chasing ghosts through endless night. Cyber echoes call our name, lift is sparking through the frame. Through the grid we blaze a trail, no escape, no time to fall. Fretch is rising, feel the stain, power surging through the veins, pulse is racing, overload, ride the system, break the coil, feel the surge, the currents flow, rushing fast, no time to slow, no turning back, no shutting down. We own the streets, we run the town.
I've walked 1,000 grids before.
Digital thunder, flashing screens, drenched in ultraviolet beams. I am the glitch in your design, breaking through the borderline. Pulse is raising, feel the strain, power surging through the veins. Pulse is racing, broken below, lock the system, brought close. Feel the surge, the currents flow.
Hello. Welcome in, gamers. Hello, and welcome in, my nerds. How are we all doing today? How has everybody's week been? I hope you all have been having a fantastic week. I know I sure have been having a pretty good week myself, so I hope you're all doing really well. Welcome in to class, everyone. Now, I know everyone tends to show up a little bit later, so I'm decided I'm gonna give it like 30 minutes where we're just gonna kind of just like chat a little bit, you know, talk a little bit, allow some of the students to get some time in before they, before class starts. So we have to, just kind of catch up with everyone, talk to you all. Had to have my bite adjusted this week. Oh no. Yeah, I just got my last appointment. I also had work done on my teeth as well. Apparently, I was starting to develop gingivitis because my so just so you guys are aware, it's I have a lot of work done on my teeth, and I got veneers put in because of my adult teeth came in and they were little pointy rat teeth, and I had to get a veneer put in over them to kind of fill it in, so I have like a nice full smile now. And every now and then the veneers, even though I'm brushing and doing everything and flossing, it's just stuff gets under there, so they have to go under the gum line and like clean around it and clean it out. So that's what they had to do the other day, because it was starting to get like inflamed. It's like really red in the spot, and I was like, that's not normal. And finally I found a doctor who's like, yeah, that's not good. You need to get a deep cleaning. I was like, oh, well, all the other doctors have been telling me just keep on brushing, and I have brushing and flossing, but it's all taken care of. Now I feel my mouth feels so much better now too. It feels so much healthier. Oh, I just oh my god, wait, the ads are still oh my god, I didn't even realize the ads just started. Oh my god, I'm so dumb. Sorry, I thought the ads already finished. Welcome in, everyone. To those of you who are just here listening in and weren't able to talk and chat and hear me, I was just talking about, you know, a few things. You know, so I was just talking about you know, how everyone's week's been, and you know, we've talking about going to the dentist and all that, and I had to go to the dentist and I had to get a deep cleaning on my because I have veneers put in, and the veneers get stuff every now and then stuck up in there, and it causes me to get like develop gingivitis. So they have to like clean out my gums. They have to get like under my gums. It's like really weird. There's always that one doctor that will actually look deeper. Exactly. Yeah, I'm fortunate enough where they caught it early on, because it could have developed into periodontal. And that's like really terrifying. That's what I thought originally, the way it was sounding. I was like, oh my god, do I have periodontal disease? And they were like, no. You're fine. Because they're like, yeah, have you ever gotten a deep cleaning? I'm like, no. And they were like, well, you're gonna get it. And then I looked into it, and they were like, yeah, you get it if you have periodontal. And I was like, what? And then they were like, no, you don't have periodontal, you're fine. We just got to get under those to because it's just your veneers. Apparently they just allow food to sometimes get stuck up in there, or the tartar to get up in under them. It's like easier to get under, I guess. So, but other than that, how was everyone else's week's been going? I hope you all have had a good week. And I did want to kind of make a little note here too. So just a few things I actually do want to talk about. First and foremost, I'm actually going to be putting Narwhale-U. We're going to be on a short summer break. And the reason why is because I am planning on rebooting Narwhale-U and making it actually a lot more efficient and a lot more fun. And I was kind of just like doing Narwhale-U like a few classes to test the waters and see how you guys thought about it and what you guys were thinking and how you guys are enjoying it. And I hope you guys are enjoying it. Let me know if you are enjoying it, or you know what you know you'd like to see more of. But yeah, I've been working on kind of trying to revamp it and make it more easier to make as a into like YouTube videos, and make it more fun and educational, and actually do it during like the class time. So we'll start back up in September, like literally the beginning of September we'll start back up. And then I might change the date around. I might not do them on Fridays, just because a lot of people, like, I know Goob's not home, and I know he wants to be a part of them, and he wants to watch them. I mean, he always watches my VODs anyways. He always watches them on YouTube, but, you know, do something a little where he can actually be involved and all that, you know? So, also it'll be easier for me because of I do have my job now, so like Fridays can be really, really hard for me. Sometimes I work Fridays, sometimes I don't. You never know. You never know. But I hope. But Goob doesn't know a fish from a narwhal. You really want him here live? I do want him here live. He listen, he's learning. He's trying. Also, hi Sirby Cat. Welcome in. Yeah, I'm starting class. I've decided I'm gonna give before I start class, I'm gonna give it like 30 minutes before class to let you know the students that come in a little late, that don't come in exactly on time, to give them some time to roll on in, and then we'll talk about, you know, the wonderful world of axolotls. I hope you guys are excited. And as I mentioned, to those of you who just came in, we're going to put a pause on the Narwhale-U. You guys are going to go on summer vacation. and then we're gonna reboot it up, and it's gonna be amazing. I've already kind of come up with how I want to do it. But I'm definitely gonna, and I want to educate you guys a little bit more on what, you know, marine biology is and what it is, and give myself make some preparations for animals and stuff you guys want to learn about. And oh, hello boy, are you here? Are you here to? Oh, okay, hi. The orange boy is up here. Let me actually wait, hold on. I want to see if I can get my hand cam as now kind of like a temporary cat cam. So I gotta see where the camera is aimed so you guys can see him. You guys can look at the boy and be like, oh, he's so cute. I have, okay. Hey Jads, I think that's you. I think I saw your name there. Sorry, I'm like trying to pull up this. I was you. Hi. Oh, okay. It's kind of. Oh wait, hold on. Let me see if I can. That's his little spot. Let's see if I can like move it closer with not getting in the way. There you guys go. Oh, it's gonna like get in the way of hold on. I gotta figure out how we're gonna do this. Okay. Don't mind my coffee. I'm gonna move that out of the way for you guys. There you guys go, cat cam. He likes to like lie in this corner. That's something. How many bugs has he eaten this week? He hasn't eaten any because he's been a very naughty boy. He's been harassing Nara, and how's that a spot for your drink? It's literally on a coaster. He likes to sit in that corner. So now you guys get a cat cam. I think he's like looking out the window. Hey buddy. He's like my baby. He's my pride and joy. I gotta figure out like we'll have him on screen for now, and then when class starts, I'm gonna have to figure out a better place to put this. It's not long enough. Actually, maybe I can like hold on. Maybe I can just like give me a second, chat. I'm trying to figure out how I can make this work. Ooh. Cause okay, that's not gonna. Cat, yes, it is. It's the boy. Ironically, even though it's kind of in front of my model's camera, it's still catching me. So I guess that works. I guess it's not too much of a problem. Also, hi, Oob. Welcome in. Yeah, you guys get cat cam. Those who come to class, class early. I'm starting class a little later. I'm giving everyone time to come in. You get the boy. Boy. By the way, guys, we nicknamed him King Bob. He's a big orange boy, aka Bob, and he's my king. Why don't you show your cute little face, huh? Are you looking out the window? I think he's looking out the window. He really likes this spot, and I feel really bad because there's no like cat bed for him, and I feel like I should get him like some sort of like something soft for him so he can lie there. But he like falls asleep in this corner all the time, and I didn't realize he was gonna make that his spot. I was like, oh, I can like make him, I don't know, like do like be cute and all that, and he's just like, nah. Let's see if I can like, I don't want this to, yeah, it's gonna fall. So I'm trying not to get too much of the, near, there we go. Maybe that will work better. I don't know. Okay. Boy, hi. King Bob, yeah. There you guys go. You get cat cam. You can't even see his face. Oh my god. He's like, I'm gonna stay up here, above here where you can't see. Hi. Hi, baby. Beans, though? Yeah, I gotta clip his beans, his toe beans. They're getting sharp again. Was that a yawn? I gotta, like, also... I gotta, like... Oh, shoot. Dude, this... I gotta get a new monitor, too, because this one, I, like, touch this slightly, and it's just, like... It, like, completely... My monitor goes away, and I'm like, ah! What do I do? What do I do? But there you guys go. You get the cat cam. You guys get that. Patiently waiting for Liz to notice. Oh shit, thank you for the redeem. Oh man, you're gonna make me talk like a freaking whale for 5 minutes? Thank God I'm not teaching class right now. Also, I will let you know during class, if you redeem it, sucks to suck. I'm not doing it. Alright? Like, I need to be able to talk. Where's my timer? Oh, here it is. We gotta set you 5. All right. Okay, chat, there it is. We are now doing well. Oh, hello, Nick. Welcome in. How are you doing? Oh my god. He's looking at me like, what the frick are you doing? Are you wondering what I am doing, boy? Look at you. You are going to be more popular than me, aren't you, Boop? I booped him. But yes, I hate this chat. If he's gonna be here, I might... Oh, wait. Oh, that is the wrong thing. Whoops. I moved the board by accident. I meant to move him. I gotta figure out where to put him for class. Or actually, you know what? Ow! What the heck, man? Oh, hold on. Do I not have that out in front of everything? This is super great. I hate my life. What am I doing with my life? I think the boy is confused with me. Where is... Why is it not show? Oh, right. I think I hid it for a reason. So you guys couldn't throw things at me. I forgot. I have to turn that off. But actually, that's fine. I can have it. I think that would be fun for you guys to have. I just have to find what it's under. Give me a second, chat. Why don't I know where this is? I got 2 more minutes. But how is everybody doing that came in? Oh, goodbye, boy. Let me pet you, boy. Oh, goodbye. I guess. I think he's a little freaked out. Oh, never mind. I think he's going back. Oh, what? Oh, hello. Oh, you sniffing the coffee? Oh, you sniffing everything? You good? Boy? You good, boy? Oh, are you leaving? Oh, okay, he is leaving now, chat. So now I'm going to turn off the camera since he's no longer here. He decided he didn't like Me doing well. He's probably annoyed with me. Going, what the heck is wrong with you? Why can't I find the scene that I need? Yeah, he doesn't stay all the time. I'm gonna move this over then, since he is gone. I'll figure out a better way to get the camera. Of course, he's on the opposite side, so it makes it harder for me. Where is my teeth? Scene. Why can't I find it? Hold on, give me a second, chat. I'm gonna look at another scene and see if I can find it. Oh wait, I can't. Oh, thank God. Alright. Why can't I find the scene that I'm looking for? Where is my tits? I'm like looking at all the things that it could possibly be in, and I can't find it. I'm like, it would be in the only place it would be in is in here, and I don't see it in there. I'm so confused. Do I have to like make a new one? But how's everyone been? How we all doing? Oh wait, you know what? It actually might be, I think I know what it is. But to everyone who's just joined, how's everybody been this week? How's everyone's week? Also, for those of you who just came in, we're gonna be starting here in like 5-ish minutes. I am planning to, I guess I just don't have, well, it's showing it on here. It's just like not, is it showing up on there? No, it's not. Interesting. I'm not late for class. Hi, Sai. No, you're not. We're starting. I decided to wait like a couple minutes. Let me. Oh wait, is it even a wait? No, I don't think that's right. Right? Wait, how do I capture this again? Oh God, I don't even remember. I don't even think it's that. But how have you been? How's it going? Also, I just want to say it's kind of like so nice that all the VTubers are gone right now to off Kai. I'm getting the FOMO. I'm not able to go to any of them this year. I got bills and things I gotta pay for. Why can't I figure out what it is? Why am I so confused? Is it window? I gotten a chance to talk to you yesterday and today on Top of the World. I know, I feel so bad. Like, I always keep forgetting to, like, go in Evan's chat and, like, talk with you guys because I see you guys all the time. I've just been, like, kind of being a hermit lately, and it's been nice, but also it's not great for me. Like, I shouldn't just keep being a hermit, but you know, it do be like that sometimes. How do I capture you again? Why am I forgetting how to do this? Connections. Okay, it is okay, it's connected. We need to poke the narwhal back to energy. Sorry, no, I'm just like trying to figure out how do I how does one do content, you know? How do I remember how to do shit? I gotta be under the, like, I don't understand. I don't get it. I don't know how I deleted this. It's already in use. Wait, it's already wait, it's already in use. What do you mean it's already in use? I don't even see it. Name is already in use. Where? It's not even in here. Wait, I'm so confused. Okay, well, I guess we'll figure it out another time. I guess there will be a mystery. But by all the means, I get that, like, I get like that too. You know, you're always welcome and very appreciated. I appreciate you too. Yeah, I've just like, I've been such a hermit lately because I've had like bad IRL and online situations happen. I'm kind of just like, I'm too old. I need to sit back and relax. And I think I'm like enjoying my summer that I get off. And now I'm like reaping the benefits of it all. But I hope you're all ready to learn. We're going to be starting class here in like a minute, less than a minute. I hope you're all ready to learn about axolotls today. Oh yeah, and just for those of you who just came in, just a heads up, I am gonna be temporarily putting Narwhale-U on hold, just because it's summer, so you guys deserve summer vacation. And also, I've been kind of doing this as kind of a test run and seeing how you guys like it. Let me know if you really like it, or if you don't. Let me know what your thoughts and feelings are. However, it is going to get improved a lot. I am planning on improving it a little bit better. And then this September, I'll be bringing it back up. I might be changing the dates around, so I might do it on a weekend later in the day, because that will be a lot easier for folks too. As well as, like, I have a lot of family and friends who are like busy during that time, so I want to make sure that they're able to catch it, because people are, you know, my husband's always out. He's playing Magic the Gathering right now, and usually, like, on the weekends he's usually at home, so it makes it easier because I know he's been wanting to catch them. And then I'm planning on reshaping them so that way it's a lot easier for you guys to kind of understand and hear what's going on. Alrighty. Are we ready, class? Are we ready to learn? All right. Class is now in session. If anyone comes in late, they're late. Let them know. Be like, you're late to class. Professor Liz is not going to be happy with you. And then just point and laugh at them, you know, just go, you know, just point and laugh at them. Alrighty, guys. So, if y'all remember, a couple weeks ago, I know you all wanted to learn about axolotls. They are very, 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 very cute animals. So we're gonna learn a little bit about these guys today. So I hope you're excited. And we're actually gonna be starting this PowerPoint off with a little video about them. Mind you, it is a little fucked. I couldn't figure out why it starts like 2/3 of the way through. I couldn't fix it at all. I don't know why. It just did it, and I'm like, okay, I guess this is it. So I'm gonna fix it real quick. So I do apologize. All right, I hope you're all ready to learn about axolotls.
Meet one of nature's strangest and most fascinating creatures, the axolotl. With its wide grin, feathery gills, and otherworldly charm, this aquatic salamander has captured hearts all over the world. But beyond its cute appearance lies a biological marvel, the power to regenerate entire body parts. Today, we're diving deep into the mysterious world of axolotls. Happy birthday to my daughter, who is having an axolotl-themed birthday. The axolotl is a type of salamander native to just one place on Earth, the lakes and canals near Mexico City. Its name comes from the Aztec language, Nulatl, meaning water monster or water dog. Unlike most amphibians that start life in the water
That's
and
so
then move to
cool.
land as adults, axolotls are neotenic, which means they retain their juvenile features like gills and tails for their entire lives. In other words, they never fully grow up. This gives them their
That's so
signature look of
cool.
soft pink or tan skin, lidless eyes, and those incredibly
So as she mentioned, yeah, they're technically not fully grown up. They're still in like that like the what's the word I'm trying to think of? It's a very like they're still like in that first young phase. They're not fully developed, and they'll never fully develop. Like, for instance, their gills shouldn't be outside of their bodies. It's only supposed to be like that temporarily. And then it will, like, get sucked into their, like, it will be eventually, like, sucked in and kind of, like, covered and all that. And, you know, they're, like, the only amphibian that's, like, they're a bunch of man children. Yeah, that's, like, the best way to describe it. They're, like, a bunch of man children. I like that a lot. Larval state, yeah, it's not really like a larval state. I forget the terminology for it. I'm blanking out on the word. But it's really cool. Like they're just a bunch of man children. I like that. I like that.
Fan out from the sides of their heads. Most axolotls are light colored
No thoughts
with
in
pinkish
those eyes.
hues, but in the wild they're actually dark brown or black, which helps them camouflage in the muddy water. One of the axolotls' most jaw-dropping abilities is regeneration. If an axolotl loses a leg, a tail, or even part of its spinal cord, it can grow it back. Not only that, but axolotls can also regenerate parts of their heart, brain, and eyes without leaving scars. Scientists have been studying
Oh shit. Sorry. Isn't that crazy? They can regrow like parts of their brain, their spinal cord, like their fucking heart, you know, parts of it. Like that to me is like one of the coolest things. Like a lot of people don't realize, like when they see an axolotl, they're like, oh, they're really cute and like they just look like they smile and blah blah blah. But like when you start to really learn about them, you learn like how cool that is. And this is why like people, yes, they are very cute as like pets and stuff, but also they're extremely important in order for us to learn how they do it, because if we can learn how they do that themselves, think of what like humans could possibly do, right? If we can figure out exactly like what this does, right? It's so fascinating. And that's why axolotls are cool, guys.
Have been studying axolotls for decades to understand how this regeneration works. Their cells can reset and grow into whatever tissue the body needs, a process that could hold clues to healing human injuries in the future. In fact, axolotls are sometimes called the key to regeneration science. It's as if nature...
Just think of like the fact if we can regrow body parts, like how many like I think of when I see people without limbs, it's mostly a lot of times I correlate that to like usually it's like veterans because they lose an arm or a leg, maybe both, maybe all limbs, you know, when they unfortunately serve. And just like imagine how cool it could be if we could like regrow their limbs back to where they could like they lost their leg but they could regrow it, and like how much of a positive impact that could be, and like how helpful this could be for, and especially not even for like them, but for anybody out there that has like a disability that doesn't allow them, like their limbs are all messed up or something's wrong, like they can regrow it and be able to have mobility. Like how much of a game changer that could be for someone.
Nature gave them a built-in repair system, one that makes them nearly immortal in the lab, though sadly not in the wild. In their natural habitat, axolotls live in cool, freshwater canals surrounded by reeds and aquatic plants. They are carnivorous, eating worms, insects, small fish, and anything they can suck into their wide mouths. But while they once thrived in the waters around Mexico City, axolotls are now critically endangered. Urban development, water pollution, and the introduction of non-native fish have nearly wiped out their wild population.
So something to note here is that, like, they're actually, so axolotls, a lot of people think they're like really cool to have as pets, but if you've never experienced or have experience with like raising fish or understanding water quality, because not all water is the same, believe it or not. Like for instance, I remember when I was in college, I had to test the waters because I was helping not only raising my own beta fish I had at the time. His name was Brutus. He was awesome, but also having to help out my roommates and a lot of my friends who were also getting fish. And one of them actually lived off campus, and he was literally in the next town over. And the water quality is so different. Like the water quality in where I was on campus was less acidic than the water across from town. It was 15 minutes down the road, but the water was so much more acidic, and it could have killed the fish if he didn't look and didn't see like before putting them in. And that's why like you have to test the water quality. And how this relates to axolotls and why this is important is because axolotls are extremely sensitive because of the fact that they aren't fully developed. They're actually extremely sensitive to water quality change. It's why it's so hard. Like, people don't realize how hard it is. Like, their water has to be fresh. It has to be in a very, very specific range. If it goes out even just like by a degree or two, like just even temperature, like it has to stay in a very specific range. If it goes like 2 degrees above that or 2 degrees below that, that can actually kill these guys. They are incredibly sensitive to their environment, and unfortunately, like as they're mentioning, that's why they're critically endangered, is because pollution is actually wiping out that like crystal clear water, like the water parameters they're used to. It's becoming more acidic, it's becoming more warmer, it's like all these different things. So that's why they're on the verge of going extinct.
Scientists estimate that only a few hundred remain in the wild today. Thankfully, conservation projects are working to clean up the canals and protect these rare creatures. Many local farmers, known as Chinapa farmers, are joining in, helping restore the wetlands that axolotls call home. The axolotl isn't just a scientific wonder, but a cultural icon. The Aztecs believed axolotls were connected to the god Xolotl, who
Isn't that so cool? Like, okay, so this was another fact I did not know at all. And I thought it was so fascinating that the Aztecs actually connected axolotls to the god Xolotl. And I was like, that's crazy. And you'll kind of learn like how much the Aztecs like really respected axolotls.
He transformed himself into one to avoid sacrifice. That's how this water monster got its mythical name. In modern times, axolotls have become symbols of resilience and renewal. They're featured in art, video games like Minecraft and Pokemon, and even in Mexican currency.
I forgot Wooper's also an axolotl. They even forgot to put Mudkip, who's also based off of an axolotl. My favorite Pokemon of all time, chat. I love Mudkip. Love Mudkip. Okay, so I'm just saying. Cool, so making it the commander for the Blue God deck is on theme. Yeah. Or just having it, like, I have him in my Merman, my Merfolk deck. And he's amazing. I haven't seen him in a hot minute, but I love him. He's just a little guy.
Scientists keep thousands of axolotls in labs around the world to study their genetic and regeneration abilities. And yes, axolotls are very popular pets, though they require special care. They need cool, clean water, low light, and plenty of space. While they look friendly, they're actually solitary animals and do best alone or in carefully monitored environments. Despite their growing fame, wild axolotls face serious threats. Habitat loss, pollution, invasive fish like tilapia and carp have made survival extremely difficult. Conservationists are building axolotl refuges, safe, restored canals of clean water where they can breed and thrive naturally. Local communities and
I just realized this little snail here. He's just on the glass, like chilling. Just like, sup, guys? Making my cameo, making my big day.
Scientists and even school programs in Mexico are working together to protect the axolotl's home. By blending ancient farming traditions with modern conservation science, they hope to bring the smiling salamander back from the brink of extinction. And now it's time for some fun and fascinating facts about axolotls.
All right, so that's gonna be it. You get the gist of it, because we're gonna go over our own fun facts. But there you guys go. There we are. So as you guys met, the axolotl, as they're aka known as the smiling salamander, because they always look like they're smiling all the time. Like, look at that little face right there. It's just so cute. But you can meet them. They're very wiggly. And as we mentioned, they're pretty small creatures. They got feathery, the feathery gills. A lot of people think they're like some sort of feathers, and it's like, nope, that's their gills. Gills look usually kind of feathery. And they're actually a type of amphibian, and they're a very unusual one, because they're an amphibian that one lives in underwater their whole life, versus like if you think of frog, right? They have the tadpole phase, and then they grow out of that phase. They go through the phases to turn into a frog, and eventually a frog relies on the air versus living underwater to breathe, because the gills that they have eventually go away, and then they become these little frogs, little dudes. But yeah, these guys pretty much just ignore that, and they're like, yeah, we're just gonna stop at this phase and we're gonna stay underwater for all of our lives. So they are solely underwater. They never come on land, and if they do, they will die, so that's not good. What are these guys like? Well, as I mentioned, they're amphibians. Believe it or not, these guys are actually closely related to the salamander. And they do have really, really soft bodies. They're very, very soft to touch. So they're just as soft as, like, if you've ever touched like a salamander, they're kind of close to that, maybe a little bit softer. And then they do, if you've noticed at the end of them, they got very flat tails that allows them to kind of like move through the water pretty nice. And then they got these teeny tiny legs over here, as you can tell. Very tiny legs. And then you notice those gills. As you can see on this video here how more kind of feathery they are. Like, you can kind of watch the video and see how it's like moving them. And you can kind of see how it's like kind of very thrilly, which is really cool. And then they just stay under the water all their whole life. So where do these guys live? So as they mentioned Mexico City, which is one of the areas, but they also live in Mexico as well. So they're usually found in lakes and canals. And the specific area that they're mostly known to be at is this place right here. I'm not going to try to pronounce that. I'm awful at pronunciation. And, they have very calm water. The water is flowing, but it's not flowing fast. It's very calm. It's not like rapids or anything like that. It's going to be very calm, moving kind of slow. And then, of course, they have like lots of plants, because that's going to be their habitats, because they need to hide, because they're still going to get preyed upon. And, that's where you're going to find these guys mostly at, is going to be in vegetation, kind of just hanging out in those areas. Look at that little guy. He's smiling at you guys. So how does it start? How do axolotls begin their life? So axolotls actually will lay eggs, and they lay them in the water, obviously, because they're in the water their whole life. And then this is like really cool. So they do look like tadpoles when they're first born, when they first hatch. And then as they get to grow, they go into kind of like that middle phase. Like if you think of frogs, like how they go and they like get their little leggies and all that, and you know, they have the gills and stuff. And then these guys kind of just like decide to just keep that phase. Like they're in that in-between phase of like a frog, which is really cool. And then but these guys, they decide to do the opposite thing of like what salamanders do. And they're just like, yeah, we're not gonna go full salamander, we're just gonna go like midway salamander. We're gonna be half salamander, half larvae stage, you know, half tadpole stage. And that's where you get these cute little guys, these cute little dudes. So, as they mentioned in the video, axolotls are actually carnivores, which is shocking. You don't think of them to be carnivorous creatures, right? You don't think of these guys to want to eat, but I mean, they don't eat anything like crazy. They're not, you know, they're eating like really tiny fish, insects, worms, sometimes tiny water animals too. So like anything that they can really, you know, suck in with their mouths, they'll eat it. So, and these guys are actually very, very good at navigating. They can actually find prey really well in murky water. Like they're very developed in that. And we'll kind of, you know, see kind of how they move as well and how this allows them to. So the axolotl actually swim. So if you remember how I mentioned that really flat tail earlier, so that flat tail is like a dorsal or a not a dorsal fin, a I'm thinking the back fin of a fish. I'm like blanking on the terminology for that right now. I'm so sorry about that. I want to say peduncle, but that's like the muscle of a dolphin. I don't know why. But it's like literally a propeller for them. So they wiggle that tail back and forth. It's kind of like on sharks and stuff. So it goes left to right. And it allows them to swim and like really move across the bottom. And they don't really like swim. They have to use their legs, their little legs, to kind of like walk across the bottom. But the tail allows them to move so much faster. So they move fast. They're not just like walking normally. They're moving fast. They just are going through just like, you know. All right. And but they're also pretty quiet and they're gentle about it too. So they're able to like, they're not like obviously thrashing around. They're able to like move really gracefully. So that way they can sneak up on prey. And a lot of the times prey won't even notice they're there until it's too late. So we mentioned how they spend their whole lives underwater, and, you know, they live around, you know, the plants, the rocks, muddy bottoms, and, you know, they're going to just hide. And then the reason why they stay underwater is because they got to keep their skin nice and wet and their gills to, you know, obviously breathe in the water because, you know, fish and all that, they have gills to breathe underwater, but they can't breathe air. And that's the same for these guys. They rely on the water to breathe. So how do axolotls stay safe, right? So axolotls are not out in the wild this pink color. As we saw in the video, they actually are more of like a tan and darker colors to really blend in with like the plants and the mud and rocks. So they actually will blend in on the bottom that they usually live on. They're not going to be pink because if they are pink, obviously they're going to stick out like a sore thumb, and that's not good for them, right? So that is really bad. But if for whatever reason a predator does tend to find them, because, you know, they can be found, if they're able to grab them, as long as they can get away and they don't get fully eaten, they'll regrow those areas. So as we saw in the video earlier, they can regrow parts of their brain, their heart, their spinal cord. They can regrow all of that stuff back, which is insane. So that means like if half of their body was gone, they could like regrow it, which is so cool. So these guys have regenerative powers that and this is why they're so important, is because they can do that. And we don't understand why they can do that. And if we can learn how they do it, maybe we can incorporate that into humans. So like if, you know, someone lost a leg or an arm, they have the potential of regrowing that back. And I'm sure a lot of you know people who are disabled, who are in wheelchairs that can't walk or anything. And you can understand from like their perspective and see like them talking about how this has changed their life, and it really impacts them, and it's not in a positive way. It's usually not a positive reason of change. It's usually a very negative reason. Also, hi Plums, welcome in. I did not open Twitch to learn about cute fish, but here I am. Oh, hold on. Oh God. Hold the line. Oh my God, okay. Hold the line, hold the line. Okay, refresh! Refresh. I apologize. Every now and then my internet decides to do that. I don't know why. I can't wait to like fix it. I think it's because I'm on the Wi-Fi and the Wi-Fi's like trying to like change over. Freezing up at me, but knowledge is power. Yeah, no, it's my internet. It's not on you guys. It's on me. Yeah, no, it's my so yeah, my computer, I don't know why. I think it's because I'm connected to Wi-Fi that's like connected into the like I have to be on Wi-Fi because of where I'm located right now. I don't have a long enough like an Ethernet cable to get up to the second floor where the other one is. So it's fun. It does this every now and then. Just sit, if you're in my streams, just sit, wait for a few seconds, and then it will come back. It just does this every hour or so. I don't know why, it just does. But yeah. So anyways, sorry guys. As I was saying, or you know, talking about how, you know, them being able to regrow and, you know, regrow a lost leg, tail. I mean, the fact that they can regrow if part of their heart is missing, or part of their spinal cord, like the fact that they can grow those you know, those particular, like their brain, part of their brain gets taken out, they can regrow that. And that's like, what could we do as humans that could help us? And the fact that these guys are so close to extinction, like we could be losing something that could be so beneficial for humanity. And let me tell you, I got some scary stuff to tell you guys that I learned the other day. And it's kind of bizarre. So we'll see if you know, these guys could help us with preventing this crazy thing I learned about. So as you know, they can regrow their lost body parts, you know, as I mentioned, and this is called regeneration. And, you know, that's why we're learning about them. Alrighty, guys, pop quiz. Let's see how many of you guys can get this right. So I am going to keep score of what you guys say, what you majority of you say, okay? And then obviously you have your personal scores. So true or false? Axolotls are amphibians. Damn, you were loud. I could hear you from the kitchen. Aren't you watching me from the kitchen? All right. True or false? Axolotls are amphibian. I just tuned in to say that. Oh, okay. I see one true. They are amphibious, I think. True or false, chat? True or false? What do we think? One? No, say true, like say T or F. You could say true or false. All right, I'm seeing trues. 10. No. True or false? I'm seeing 2 trues so far. Anyone, or three trues. Okay. True. Okay. Yeah, I'm saying true. No, Nara's not on the question. True. Okay, I see trues. All right, next question. True or false? Axolotls live on land. The little Axie wearing glasses is 10. I love him. I know. Isn't this so cute? False. True. Okay, we got one false. One true. Creamsicle. No, Creamsicle's also not there. Oh, a lot of falses. Trues. Okay. So we have one true, 3 falses. Okay, okay. Alrighty. True or false? Axolotls have feathery gills. True or false? Bob is not the answer. Pocky lives on land.
Nice, nice. Very
That's
nice,
not
Shida-chan.
it. Also, thank you, King Follow of Twitch. Thank you so much for the follow. Thank you. I almost said sub. Oh my god. Ah! Thank you for trying to feed me. The food is not showing up because I am bad at it. True. Okay, I see some trues. I see true. Nerdon, welcome on. Welcome in. True. Okay, I see some trues. Fact or opinion? Axolotls can regrow their body parts. What is this? Is it a fact or is it an opinion? My opinion is it's fact. I'm trying to follow as many Twitch streamers as I can. Oh, nice, King. Also, I do believe there is a limit. I think one of my friends hit it. I think it's like 2,000 or something. There is a limit. It's really pathetic how small it is. I'm like, why can't I just follow all these people, please? And saw this on my recommended. Nice. True. It's 2,000. Yeah, I was gonna say, I think it's 2,000. Dr. Liz said it. It's so true. Okay, so I see a lot of true. Well, it's not true, guys. It's fact or opinion, which I guess you could say true is fact. Fact or opinion? Axolotls are the cutest water animals. What do you guys think? Axolotls are the cutest water animals. Opinion 0, lies and slanders. It's a narwhal. Fact. Is it a fact or opinion that axolotls are the cutest water animals? I threw in a trick one for you guys. Is it a fact or is it an opinion? I see onion. Okay. Someone finally said opinion. I guess fact is okay, so there's one fact, one opinion. I have the one to the left of me. All right, chat. Now I'm gonna ask you some more harder, difficult ones. Where do axolotls live? And I'll give bonus points to those who remember the exact location. Not just the name of the state, but the city or the country they're in. Are you talking about the lake? No. I'm talking about like the name of the state, city. Does anyone remember the name of the city? I'll give you a hint. It started with an X. Mexico City, and Mexico City. Yup. I see that. Does anyone remember? All right, chat. Next question. I'll let you guys. All right. I'm giving you 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, nerd, you're close. But it's misspelled, but you got it. Yes, it was really hard. Good job. You got bonus points for that. All right. What do axolotls eat? I knew I misspelled. Listen, I don't expect, if I can't spell it and I can't even pronounce it, I don't expect you to spell it, okay? As long as I get what you're trying to say, you're good. I'm not that strict of a... listen, I'm not a language arts teacher, okay? I'm not an English teacher. I'm just gonna say anything small enough. I need you to be specific, though. Worms, fish, bugs, and other axolotls. Fish. There were multiple. I'll tell you guys, there's multiple. The video said anything. Alrighty. Smaller fish like minnows. Alrighty. Next question. How do axolotls swim? Any protein they can fit in their mouth. How do axolotls swim? No, the ads are playing. Oh, no. Left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right. Like how Merlin taught us. Tailfin. Yeah, Sir Big Cat, I need you to go, like, what do you mean by left, right? Like, what? Just keep swimming? Sure. Disney Sword and the Stone. I mean, not quite, but sure. I don't think they talked about Merlin teaching, but sure. All right, guys. Why do axolotls stay underwater? Why do axolotls stay underwater? There are two things. Two reasons why they stay underwater. What are those two things? Dehydration. Close. You're be more specific. Be more specific. Sir Big Cat, you too. Be more specific. They don't want to grow up. Well, yeah, but you need to be more specific. Be more specific. No, it's not. It's not specific enough. There's two specific reasons. There we go, nerd. Actually,
Nice,
nerd,
nice.
you went way beyond what I was thinking. Aw, thanks, Plum. I don't know if you can hear me. For the follow, have a good one. By aforementioned ads. Yeah, sorry. Let me hold on, give me a second. All right. So yeah, so nerd hit it pretty good. And then finally, guys, final question. What special ability helps them heal? What is the name of that special ability? Answer the final question. Pokemon Center. Okay. Interesting answer. Pokemon Center. Super Potion. Come on, guys. You know the name of it. Come on. I know you all know. Oh wait, ability. Swap them out with the ability Regenerator. You're so close, Sir Big Cat. It's not Regenerator. But you're really, really close. You just have to turn some of those words. Change it a little bit. Potion of Superior Regeneration Drop. But it heals them 50% regeneration. What? No. What? Huh? Oh my god. I think I can read that. Axolotls can perform dedifferentiation. Their cells are mostly cell state, allowing them to grow back any... Man. Nerd, you are like... You're like going into like the everyone's like, my chat's like, Pokemon Center. The Pokemon Super Potion. And you're just like, well, actually, let me tell you. Regeneration. Good, good, good. All right. Let's see. Let's see if you guys are right. Ads over? Yes. Sorry about that, guys. I know the ads suck. I wish I didn't have to play them, but Twitch is going to play them whether I want them or not. And also, like, I want to prevent pre-roll ads, so I have to play them for 3 minutes, unfortunately. All right, you guys ready to see if you did well? The first one was true. Axolotls are amphibians. So, to those of you who got true, congratulations. I know that. Yeah, anyway, so I'm cheating this question time because I literally have an axolotl to my... You have an axolotl? Oh my god. Yeah, I mean, I was like, okay, you didn't have to go that hard. We're trying to keep it... I'm trying to dumb it down a little bit because, like, as a marine biologist, I'm like, oh, let me tell you, I have to, like, remember people are not, like, to my nerdiness. I have to, like, bring it down to, like, a way that they can understand. But yeah, you're correct as well. Hi Charizard, welcome in. All right, false was the second one where they live underwater. So wait, what? False? No, that's true. What? Dude, how did they get the? I think okay, this is true. I don't know why it says that. It's the thing from Minecraft. I can't even see your name on this, like, because I have such a... You have a... Oh, short stack. I love that. Short stack for life. Sorry, it's so hard to read the navy on a dark background. It just blends in. So I'm like, I can't read it. It's the thing from Minecraft. Yeah, they're actual real animals. Do they live on land? I was gonna say, yeah. I was like, wait a minute. Yeah, okay, yeah, okay. Yes, false. It's true that they live underwater. Oh, okay, yeah, it's false. They do live underwater. That's what it meant. I'm so dumb. I forgot I wrote, like, had the thing. Yes. So they don't live on land. They live underwater. So it's providing the correct answer afterwards. Yeah. Okay, true. They do have feathery gills. So I did see, I think, yeah, you got this one wrong. A few of you guys, I think, did, actually. And then for fact and opinion, number 4 was fact because they can regrow their body parts. So that was a fact. Number 5 was opinion because cutest water animals is a personal idea. Not everyone believes that they are, you know, cute. So... number 6, they live in lakes and canals in Mexico. Yes, Mexico, Mexico City, and the other one that Nerd mentioned that I'm not gonna pronounce it because I'm really bad. It is, yes. The cutest water animals, unfortunately, everyone has a cute water animal. They don't believe it. This is in fact an opinion, but I reject it because I love my squishy son. Listen. I know. I would be shocked. I don't think I've seen anyone who actually hates them. I would be really shocked to meet someone that hates them. I'd be like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Number 7 is like what they could eat. What did they eat? And it was that they can eat worms and small water animals, you know, fish, things like that. Number 8 was how do they swim? And they wiggle with their tails to swim. Number 9 was what was number 9? Oh my god. Oh, why do axolotls stay underwater? And it's because they breathe with their gills, and also they have to keep their skin wet too. So, and that's why they stay in the water. And then finally, what was the special ability that helps them heal? Regeneration, or, you know, they can regrow lost body parts. So, congratulations. Most of y'all were actually listening to class, and I'm very, very excited. I heard that sometimes they eat their limbs. Is this true? Yes, when they are stressed, like if the water quality is bad or they stress out, they can indeed eat their limbs because they can grow them back. And it's really bad if they do eat their limbs because that means there's something wrong. And I indeed went hyper technical. Yeah. So it can happen. They can sometimes eat their limbs. It does. It's awful when it does happen because it means the water quality is really bad. There's something really, really bad going on with them. All right. So I have a fun little joke here for you guys. Yeah, to be entirely fair, auto cannibalism is very inefficient, but they will rarely do this because of it. Exactly. It's very, very rare. But it does happen. So what do you guys, so here I'm doing my stand-up comedy. Ready guys? Let's see. Let me know if you say if I pass. What do you call a baby axolotl? An axolotl? Hey Liz. Yes, yeah. I hope that was a good one, guys. I hope you enjoyed this. And that, chat, is the end of class today. And I hope you all learned a little something about the axolotl. I'm daring at the current moment from laughter. Listen, I know it's a knee slapper. It's a knee slapper, isn't it good? But yeah, so there you all go. I can't find something. What are you looking for? But I hope you all were able to learn a little something. Ice drinks. Check under the cabinet that's on the right of the dishwasher. I know there's a bunch of extra drinks under there, so they might be in there. But there you all go. I hope you learned a lot today about axolotls today. Does anyone have any questions for me about axolotls? Feel free. We're going to have a little Q&A at the end of class in case you guys have any thing that you need to talk about. If you have any questions about anything, are axolotls edible? Technically, yeah, like you could eat them, but like I don't think you want to. They're not going to taste good. Like, I mean, it's a living organism. You can eat it, you know? An axolotl is rather far more likely to start going towards its land-based metamorphic form under the stressful condition, as was found by the French researcher who discovered this due to his neglect, which is also how they were identified as not being tiger salamanders. Interesting. I didn't know that. They look like a gummy. Yes, but please don't. That's so cool. I didn't know that. I mean, yeah, because they do have they do have it. Now that you mention it, yeah, it makes sense because the fact that you can, because they're just in that kind of early stages of development, they could fully develop into a land dwelling. And because of the current situation, they could adapt and change into being on land. But the only issue is adaptation works if it's going at a slow enough pace for them to where they can. And unfortunately, this is the problem and why we're actually going through the fifth biggest massive extinction in history. So there's been a bunch of mass extinctions, and we are going through another one currently as of right now. people aren't aware of it, but because humans have unfortunately turned a lot of animals actually have been dying due to humans. Like, believe it or not, mammoths were alive 10,000 years ago. Believe it or not. And we wiped them out because they weren't able to adapt enough. And unfortunately, I thought it was the... Oh, wait, no, you're right. It's the 6. Yeah, it's the 6. Sorry. Yeah, it's the 6 mass extinction. I forgot. I'm like, it's the 5th or the 6th. Yeah, you're right. It is the 6th. My bad. But, so unfortunately, adaptation, if they can't adapt fast enough because at the rate that we are polluting our Earth, it's getting so bad that a lot of these animals can't adapt fast enough and they end up going extinct, which is really, really sad, unfortunately. So they do die before they get that that situation. So that's why they are going into extinction and why there's only like a couple hundred left in the world, because of the fact that they can't adapt fast enough. I just said it's tiger salamander. They are a phylogenetics would suggest a separation maybe over 10,000 years. What is the closest non-axolotl relative to the axolotl? Yeah, it's the tiger salamander. They're related to the salamander, closely to the tiger salamander. So yeah, they're if you can tell, you can kind of look at them and you can see the kind of that salamander. If you remove the gills and the kind of the wavy tail, you can kind of see that salamander on them. When I go to college, I'm thinking of being a marine biologist or a pathologist. I can't decide. Listen, both are... Oh, paleo. Oh my god, I can't say paleo. I don't even remember how to say paleo. Ontologist. I don't know why I couldn't remember how to say that word. Yeah, no, both are really, really good. Honestly, being a marine biologist, it's hard. Yeah, dinosaur researcher. Both are... I actually, believe it or not, I wanted, when I was growing up as a little kid, I wanted to be a paleontologist. If you go into paleontology, you get to lick rocks. Just remember that. True. I think dinosaurs are fascinating. I used to, like, study them. I'm like, did you know the Bronchiosaurus is not actually a real dinosaur? And then marine biology is very hard to get into. As someone who has a degree in it, I am currently not able to get work in my field because I live landlocked because of my husband. And also you want to make sure, because being a marine biologist too, it's really, really hard to get a good paying job in it. Like, the only way you could get a good paying job is you're going to have to do really, really, really good, like, you have to get into, like, the really scientific side of it. And I was like, I want to be with the animals and take care of the animals, which that's the career path I decided. And I'm like, man, why did I do that to myself? Because I'm not that smart of a person. Hi, Zed. Welcome in. A landmine is like an actual fish out of water. Yeah, it's really, really bad. Yes, Yav. So this is how I get to use my degree, is by getting to teach everyone a little bit about my career, like what I studied, and that way I'm still able to do that. Kind of like I do like to educate. Maybe I'll become I would have to study to get my my teaching license to become a marine biology teacher, which is something I could do, but kids nowadays are kind of hard. I'm making cocoa. Does fish want some? Be my college teacher? Listen, I am not qualified to be a professor. I hate to break it to you. I am not even close. Not even close. That's why I'm a professor here at Narwhale-U, where you get educated to be a marine biologist. We are totally not accredited at all. And when you get your exams, when you have to do your exams, your final exams, your midterms, even if you pass, Yeah, you get a certificate, but it won't really count towards anything. You can't use it for anything, okay? I'm just saying. All right. I've been told quite a lot that I could be a good instructor, but at the same time, I'm like, but I want to do the research. That's me. Like, I want to do research. It's just so hard to get into. It's so hard to get into. Like, for me, I'm not gonna lie. I may have a degree, but I'm not great at it. Like, I'm all right, you know? I'm like, all right. But pay in bio is bad. Yes. Also, hi, Hazmat. Biology was fun. Did some genetic research in my undergrad. Dude, I remember. Yeah, no, I've done some really cool research, and I'm really, really sad because it was like, this is actually how me and my husband, like, we became really close. And we started. That's when me and my husband started dating. We met in college. We were a part of a undergrad research program where we were studying this I guess it's like some sort of chemical, and it's like, and I forget what it's called. I can't remember. I am dropping out. No worries. No, don't drop out. Don't drop out. I mean, if you're dropping out of the class, that's fine, but don't drop out of the course. God. I mean, this is literally the last class until September because I'm going to work on making this even better and restarting where you guys are going to be officially now able to take the class, be a part of it, and you can actually get a little certificate. I'm just saying. But a certificate that will be, you just have it. You can't even use it anywhere. It's just, you got it. University is credited by the Queen of Atlantis. Exactly. But yeah, no, so anyways, it was like, I forget what the chemical, I've been out of college for over a decade now, but it was really cool because we were finding out this particular chemical because he's a chemical engineer, so he makes the big bucks. I don't. And of course, I'm the marine biologist, so the two of us worked really well to be able to figure out this chemical and watch it pull out like all the pollutants out of the water, like nitrates, nitrite, like all of that, and it produced clean water, which is awesome. And we were gonna try to use it to like help the lagoon that we live next to, and it was so fascinating because it could have become such a big deal, especially for the lagoon in that area, because the lagoon, so I went to school in Florida, so like Florida is very great place. I don't live there anymore, and sadly now I'm landlocked, but that is kind of like what we were researching in. And unfortunately, and this is what makes me so mad, is that they cut the program. So we like literally in the middle of this, like we were gonna do this big test on it on the lagoon to do like a kind of a bigger one. Was it doing the NOx? Yes, I think that's what it is. I think that's what it is. I think that you're right, Hazmat. JK, I love eating dangerous stuff. Give me that chloride soup. I ended up shifting over into focusing on reducing pollution in manufacturing. So much nicer in the pay. Not being exposed to dangerous stuff is nice. That is so cool, by the way. And also, I love what you're doing. I think that's awesome that you are working in that, working on reducing pollution, especially in manufacturing, because that is biology in a sense. Like, that is definitely a path. And I'm glad the pay is good, too. That's the important thing. I, unfortunately, was like, I want to work with fish because I'm a nerd. But I do love educating people. And that's something I've kind of learned over the years. I'm like, man, I became just like my sister. My sister also is an educator. Could I actually educate actual children? I have no idea. I mean, I'm pretty good at commanding a class. Like, I can get the attention of kids pretty quick, but we'd see it. I print it and frame it on my... Yeah, you can print it and frame it on your wall. It's fun. I focus on strategy for about 15 different plants, but that is my new job. I want boots on the ground engineering for a while. Oh, that's so cool. That's so cool. I love that. on 15 different plants. That's so cool. I love that. But yeah, so I think it was the NOx, I think is what you're talking about. It sounds so familiar, and I'm like, it's like I'm starting to kind of remember, and I'm like, that sounds so familiar to what the project was about. Honestly, we should be doing so much more research, and I'm so shocked they stopped doing it because we were so close to getting greatness, and I was like so excited to do this because I was like, if this works, this could help out where I grew up. So where my dad lives, I was like, this could help that area because that area is so eco-friendly and they rely on tourism. And they're also becoming like incredibly eco-friendly versus Florida, who's doing the opposite direction right now. And NO2, NO. Yes, yes, yes. I'm like, that sounds so familiar. It's like it's the nitrogen dioxide or something. It had a name. I forget what it's called. It's like I don't know if it was just that, if it was just nitrogen dioxide or nitrogen oxide. I thought there was like a specific name for it. I can't remember. But nitric oxide. Yes, thank you. Nitric oxide and nitrogen dioxide. Yes. Okay. Okay, I was like, I feel like I remember it. That's what it was. Yes, yes. We were learning, I think, about that. I do remember. Yeah, nitric oxide. I was like, it's something. Yeah, that's what we were learning about. That stuff is really cool. Like, I don't know why they stopped. Like, our school stopped because we have such a great, like, they have a good marine biology program at the school I went to. But it's not really a biology school. It's more of an engineering school. And unfortunately, they kind of screw us over in that sense. But it's so sad to see how poorly the marine biology courses, like in all like colleges across the board, are so underfunded. Like, they just don't take care of their like those classes. It kind of sucks. And it makes me really sad. Oh, hi, boy, you back? I got my insanity from working in environmental chem labs. Yeah. That is, man, I love chemists. Every chemist I met are all as close to crazy scientists as it gets. Very fun people. Yeah, my husband, he is a chemical engineer, so he is a chemist himself. He's working with he's working with Big Pharma though. But he's working with like the cool Big Pharma. Like the ones that are actually like working on. Don't touch that. That's not for you to eat. Oh my god. Okay, so my baby boy, so King Bob, aka his name is Creamsicle. He's my orange and white cat. That I'm technically fostering. He's kind of ours right now, I like to say. And he's over 1 year old now, and he is a menace. He's like knocking everything off. Can you not do that, boy? I've worked with some dangerous stuff. Environmental labs get all the samples that are contaminated with God knows what. Yeah, that being a environmental labs is terrifying. I wouldn't foster a cat. I know, I just adopt them in the... I know. He's technically, we're fostering for a friend. But, speaking of terrifying things, actually, hazmat, you might know about this. I learned about it. It's called, prions, I think is what it's called. I think it's called prions. Let me, yeah, no, prions, not prions, prions. So chat, I'm about to horrify you, okay? But don't panic, because the good thing is is that I think we're going to be okay. But it is kind of terrifying. So there's these things called the misfold proteins. Yes. The prions. So I didn't know about this until my husband told me about this yesterday while we were getting ice cream. And I'm like, thanks for like making this exciting moment like really doom and gloom for me. So he was talking about prions, and what prions are, it's a type of protein. And it's not alive. It's not alive. And they found out these prions are in deer. And these prions like take over the deer's protein and then multiply into prions. And eventually the deer just kind of like decay. Like they just kind of slowly dissolve and die. And apparently, because the prions they're not alive, they just dissolve back into the earth. And then another deer decides to go into that patch of grass wherever the deer died and eat that grass. And then, yeah, the chronic wasting disease is doing some damage on unregulated. Yeah, I heard about this and it's so crazy. It's only in deer, though. It hasn't been found in humans. Now, occasionally, very, very rarely, a human can develop it. And that sucks because they can die from that. But, like, it can't be transferred that we know of, right? All right, so. Crazy your husband tells you this when getting ice. Yeah, he's weird like that. Also, hi, Big Country. Welcome in. So, yeah. And the crazy thing is, because they're not alive, they can be there for, like, decades and decades. So, like, it could be, like, a deer dies and it has it. And, like, it could be decades down the road and another deer can pick it up. And it's crazy, chat. I was like, that is terrifying. Because if there's a way for it to mutate, which I think we're okay, as long as the proteins don't degrade. Yeah. So, as long as it can't mutate, which I don't think it can, because it's not alive, I don't quite understand how they work. I don't know any. But I'm like, as long as it can't mutate and it can't transmit, I think we're okay. But if it does, we're fucked, chat. We're all fucked. But yeah, there you go. Fun fact. Gotta handle chores really quick. Yeah, I was about to say, I'm gonna also be right back because I gotta pee because I just drank a giant thing. As you saw earlier in the cat cam, I was drinking iced coffee and I really gotta pee right now. So I'm gonna be right back, chat. All right, I'm gonna be right back. All right, y'all get a pee break too. right. I am back. All right. No DNA and RNA and prions, so they can't mutate. That's what I was thinking. I'm like, well, they wouldn't have DNA and they wouldn't have RNA because they're not alive. So I don't think it can mutate. I can't remember why prion forms, though. I think it has to do with polarity and the results in the misfolds. Yeah, I don't know. But eerie stuff, man. It's kind of terrifying. But I was like, I don't think they're that much of a threat, but I guess some scientist is like freaking out about it. I was like, did you find out something? Like, can it? Like, has it developed like a way like to mutate? Well, yeah. The fun and joy, right? The fun and joy. But anyways, does anyone else have any other questions for me? Does anyone else have any other questions before the end of class today? Before I end session? Why do axolotls not wear soxolotls? Because they want the grippers out. They want the toesies out, the toe beans. They want to show off them toes. You know what I'm saying? They want to show off them toe beans. They're like highly regenerative, right? Yes. Yeah, like they can regenerate parts of, like, if parts of their brain, their heart, their spinal cord, like, they can regenerate all of that. Hi, Steel! You came at the very end of class. You're really bad. Or in this moment, a professor. Professor. Yeah, good luck with that. Good job, Steel. You're late to class, Steel. You better have a good reason. Also, Midnight, you also showed up late to class. Class has already ended like 20 minutes ago. Why do they have backup supply of pluripotent stem cell? Yes. Yeah. So because axolotls, as we were talking about in class, they are in, so they're related to the tiger salamander. And instead of taking the full transformation of becoming a full salamander, they decided to stop like growing. So they're like man children. They're literally man children, and they still have their stem cells because they haven't fully developed. So they're still in their like the middle stage of their evolution. So they have a bunch of stem cells that allows them to regenerate. It's like super cool. So they're trying to learn, like scientists are trying to learn how they like produce these cells and what these cells, like how they can produce them, because maybe we can do that, incorporate it into humans where we could regenerate like lost limbs, which is super cool. Or lost like body parts. So, sorry, I have this thing called work, and also I wanted a shower. Okay, so I'm gonna be completely honest, everyone. This is gonna be the last Narwhale-U for the summer, because we're picking back up in September, and we're gonna do it on the weekends, so that way you guys don't miss your class, because I know some of y'all are working and all that. So. And we're going to start fresh, and I'm going to start over, and we're going to do marine biology, and I'm going to tell you all the things about it, and we're going to talk about all the fun animals you guys want to learn about, and all the good stuff. So, and you know what? I think...
Nice, nice. Very
Thank
nice.
you, Hazmat. So
Shiza-chan.
we're going to pick this back up in September. Let me see. Let me look at the date and see when we're going to pick this back up. Oh, also, guys, I have another announcement too. I have another one. Let me first get the date. So we're going to start back up yeah, in September. I'm deciding sea cucumbers. We did already do one about sea cucumbers, but when we pick back up again, I'm going to do a lot of the I'm going to redo a lot of these animals too, and I'm going to let you guys pick. I was thinking the first animal we'll do after I go through kind of a little bit about the basics of marine biology and kind of like the basic stuff that you guys should learn about the oceans and kind of how they work and all that, is I am going to do narwhals as the first one. And then I'm going to let you all, the next one is going to be the one that you guys decide to do. Cambrian, no, we just did sea cucumbers in general. Also, thank you for the follow, by the way, Hazmat. One of my favorite moments in college was getting to see a recently produced tray of cardiac stem cells. You could see the heartbeat pulse. Oh, that's so cool. Bobbit worms. Yeah, we could learn about bobbit worms. She's in an illicit relationship with the dean. Goob. Oh my god. But she doesn't want to lose tenor. Why is he the dean? I started this. What about the Greenland sharks? We just did that, actually. We did that like about a month ago. But like, if you guys want to learn about it again, I can definitely do a deep dive. But I will let you guys decide. Wait, interview. What is this interview? Oh, I'm just kidding. I know what it is. I was like, what do I have an interview for my work? It's not an interview. But yeah, we're going to pick up in September. I'm thinking, okay, so if we want to do it on the weekend, would we want to do it Saturday or Sunday? And if so, do you guys like me doing it at 5 p.m. Eastern time again? Do you want it a little earlier? Do you want it a little later? What do y'all think? What about a deep dive into the deep sea crabs? We could do that. Stitches is the mascot. Goob can be the dean. And you're the listen, okay, so then Steel, I need you to make me Stitch's mascot. I need a narwhal. Actually, I need a mascot for Narwhale-U. I need a, you know what? We should do a fun little competition, a fun little thing where you guys get to learn, like you guys can make a the Narwhale-U mascot, and then like I could give you, I don't know, like something, give you a prize for whoever gets it. Did we do? We haven't done king crabs. Was a month ago? Yeah. Enjoy the biotax? Yeah, take care, Hazmat. So, I'll let you guys decide. So you guys have time to think of the animal that you all want to throw into the hat, the ring. And we can go from there and kind of figure it out. How's that? How's that? You gave me a great idea, Steel. I'm gonna make a little competition for someone to make a mascot for Narwhale-U. King Krabs was so cool when attending Burrow did his narration on them. Nice. Or adding Burrow. I know how to talk. I know how to speak. Alrighty, class. Does anyone else have any other questions before we wrap it up here? Because your professor has stuff to do. Oh, I forgot to tell you. So Monday, I am, or for next week. So Monday, I am streaming. I'm going to be streaming at 9 a.m. Eastern time. And I'm going to be doing a archipelago with my friend Quizzy VA and Active Genesis. And we're all going to be playing 3 different games. that are like fused together as one game. And in case you're wondering what is Archipelago, so like if I were to play like a game like Pokemon, right? They have to find the badges or HMs as well that go with the badges for me to progress in the story, and that's how. And I have to find their items for their games in my game, and they could be like, it could be like Pokemon, Legend of Zelda, and Halo, right? And so we have to find the items, and how you win is like by beating like, you know, the final boss. Or like for me, I'd have to beat the Elite Four to be able to to beat it. So it's gonna definitely be a very long stream. So we're gonna be starting at 9 a.m. and it's gonna probably be around like 10-12 hours if I had to guess. So it's gonna be a long stream. So feel free to pop in. I'm super excited. It's gonna be fun. Did you see the Power World whale is? I have not seen it yet. I am, however, I think on my schedule, I think I said Sunday I was gonna do Power World, if I remember correctly. So we're gonna be doing Power World, the 1.0 version. I'm gonna be joining for, let me see, yeah. So tomorrow's gonna be Expedition 33 and then Power World. So we're going to be trying to finish Expedition 33. I meant to beat it, but I got really sick, so I was kind of working on my health and all that. So we're going to get through. We're going to go do it. I'm super excited. I do know about the whale. I do know. Oh, wait, I think I know what the whale you're talking about. That's not even part of 1.0, right? It's like off in a little ice area, if I remember correctly. Or are you talking about the one with the one in 1.0? I think you're talking about a different one. I think I'm thinking of something else. But anyways, thank you everybody for joining me today. We're not gonna raid into anyone as of right now, because no, we're gonna raid. I found someone. We are gonna raid into the charity
Very nice,
Goblin Ruby. Thank you, Nerd, for the follow. I appreciate it. So, Charity Goblin Ruby is a really cool friend of mine. I know them. They are an amazing content creator. Their whole stream is just to raise money for charity. Because, like, fun fact, so Ruby's already made it very clear and has said this publicly. So Ruby is actually one of the daughters of Jamie Lee Curtis. So because they have such a you know, they're in a spot where they're very fortunate. She wanted to do something to help raise money to like help others and to help those who are less fortunate. She's so positive, so wonderful, and such a delightful person. And just such an amazing human being. And they deserve all the love and appreciation. And they do really, really cool events where her mom comes on stream every now and then for like charity events she does. As well as some like really cool names of people she knows in the community. Like her every nickel, dime, penny goes to charity. She's constantly raising money all the time. So make sure you go and give lots of love to her because she is awesome. So there you go. And then here is the raid message for my subscribers. And then for those of you who are not, there is the raid message for my non-subscribers. So make sure you copy those. And just make sure to give people, you know, give her a lot of love, appreciation. Also just make sure to, you know, stick around. Even if you have to lurk, I get, you know, we're busy and all that. But make sure to give some love. As well as give her a follow, all right, guys? Thank you, everybody, so much for joining, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your evening, or day, evening, and good night, everyone. Bye!